Look at how deep Nekkes is. He spots a couple of people and is going to peel away.
Yeah, quickly rummages way back. That flash is so good, though, on the repeat. I think it baited them into a false sense of security there. Keto, though, with two, and suddenly puts them on the back foot. Skulls has a flashed up Keto right for the taking. It's bigazera that takes him away. He runs out of ammunition. That P2000 has to replenish the magazine, and it's not quick enough. That's fine, the opening. Plenty of mollies, but also being extinguished. 3-0 already, so paiN feeling even more pressure to deliver on this map. And this round right here, right now, Hajao behind the van has dropped the bomb. And he's able to back away as well. This is suddenly looking pretty solid for the CTs. They do have two very weakened players, though, perched at the bench side of the site. If tabseN can line them up, they could both be knocked down, and that's going to be the case, but it's Crimbo that steps up and delivers. It's Crimbo that is shattering some dreams for the Brazilians, and now bigazera has to try and navigate his way into the site. The bomb is still yet to be planted. He knows where one of the players is, and finds tabseN, but Crimbo double backs and lands the ace.
Stand-in, and he's like, listen, if I get all the kills, does it really matter if I have a stand-in? Huge ace from Crimbo, playing around the smokes. And sure, a couple of players were low, but he still managed to do a great job here. The timing here was unfortunate for bigazera.
I'm starting to think that he didn't see the barrel. Maybe the X-ray is lulling us into a false sense of security, but bigazera certainly was. He had no idea that Crimbo was there. And although he was very fortunate not to get fragged earlier in the round, eventually karma will collect. Skulls will be joined by Hajao momentarily, but there's flashes and smokes being exchanged. Locking off connector, flash into the peak. Good kill from Skulls, a very important kill at that. And I don't think Hajao has given his position away, although the assist would have flagged up with the flashbangs. They have a good idea as to his position. 37 health left on Crimbo, but they forced the plant down. And now Keto probably going to be called upon to go big, because it's unlikely that his teammate's going to survive much longer. As I say that, though, he does pass a bullet through the head, albeit through the wall. So he's weakening up players left and right. Two of them are low. Hajao is the only player on 100, and he's now been sent packing. Double spray from Keto. This would be a horrendous round for paiN to lose. They have to grab on top of this one. Zevi's going to wide swing and gets the kill. It's going to be close on the defuse, but he does have the kit, and he should have the time. For the CTs, he can try and lock down ramp, but they're going to push straight through this. And as he is the AWPer, lacking that mobility, will have to use the smoke to his advantage and play around the periphery, around the side of it. He's not biting down on that bait of the bomb being planted. He still has his eyes trained on Palace. And Hajao with the MP9 needed that kill and has picked it up, but Crimbo returns fire. bigazera's about to show his hand from the jungle. And Zevi, it shows the importance of Zevi staying alive. He can act as that linchpin for his teammates to play off on a big kill at the end.
It's going to come down to individual plays. It's going to come down to them being adventurous. As they go looking, Hyped is waiting. This is good from Big. They're just being patient, waiting for the plays to come out here from the CTs. Hard's out scene one. Second kill as he notices a player's cross on over. That's a bomb down mid, 30 seconds on the clock. And Zevi finds another one. Sees a second player on the bomb side as well. This is looking awkward now.
That's changed the entire dynamic of this round. Up until that point, it was looking pedestrian for Big to just take this round and make it theirs. The bomb being dropped in mid is huge. 17 seconds, still need to go and pick that one up. And it's going to be about 7 or so seconds before they get on the bomb, and that's going to allow Hajao to close the gap. Going in for the plant now. They get it done, and Keto with the wide swing. And only mere moments away. Smoke down from Hajao allows him safe passage back onto the van. This bigazera, even while flash that's dropped. 2 players with the 5-7. Nekkes with the deagle also goes in. My goodness, with a low investment buy, they've made it work and picked up 3 weapons as a result. It's going to be required to rattle some skulls. So great flash and the follow-ups there as well. Keto nearly had 2. Spray from Process now. Oh, gets 2! Anticipates Nekkes on the peak from Catwalk. It's 2-play-2 though. But it is a post-plant. And bigazera and Hajao both on the same side through connector and jungle respectively. Ramp will not be pushed. CT side will not be pushed. No way of Big knowing this 100%. And Crimbo, he does not care. Wide swing, mid-flight, deagles down and puts Big Azera into a 1-on-2. Molly into the firebox area. I don't think that's going to extend far enough, though. That's on top of the site. He's trying to draw away the player from the site itself. He's checking all of his angles, trying to be as diligent as possible. He's spinning around. The time is not on his side. He does have a kit, but he's going to have to stick this and hope for the best and pray to the gods above that the deagle does not work. But Crimbo makes the landing stick.
This could be, getting this win here would be a pretty decent wedding present. Also, congrats, Faven.
Yeah, big congrats. It's almost wanting to just talk over this round, as I assumed it would be a foregone conclusion, but it seems like Skulls had other ideas. Yeah, now it's fallen into that place. And yeah, I suppose you can kind of extend that point as well and say that the pressure is certainly more so on the Brazilians than it is on Big. Big not attending the major, as you said, not really expecting to do a great deal with a stand-in EVO, whereas paiN are going to the major.
Now, for the side of Big, it's a different thing altogether, because Faven, he's not out of the team. He's going to be coming back. So I guess they're not going to be really swapping too many things out, as Nekis is going to take matters in his own hands, finds a kill onto Crimbo, and is pushing into its underpass. And Hardzao is going to make contact, doesn't get the kill, but he does somehow get the tag.
Very nice cleanup from Big Azera. Taps in last, and yeah, sorry, I kind of made that what? Because that looked like it should have been a dead to rights.
CT side with a stand-in situation. Come charging on in. Smoke for stairs. Jungle, not for CT, just looking to take the duels, and Hardzao, he's making it clean, but to stand in, we took his name, and he's gonna find 2 from Connector. And all of a sudden, it is a 1 versus 2 for Big Azera, and he will, the labor tap, and he will fall. Crimbo won both the pistols now. For paiN, it's gone from rough to yikers.
Yeah, I'm sure that's how Big Azera was feeling, as seemingly all of his bullets just disappeared into thin air.
Like, multiple generations of players come out, right? There was a time when Forest burst onto the scene, and he was kind of like the new kid on the block, right? There were players like Spawn, like Heaton, Potty, all these guys, and they're like, who the hell is this kid, and why is he so goddamn good? And
so one of those key angles likely going to be unchecked, and the smoke timing is very nice on the side of Big. They're actually not going to be giving this away. They just rush straight out onto Tetris, trying to carve a path and take a mantle out of Big's playbook of just run and gun. No respect, just entry frags. 30 seconds now. Weakened players pushing towards the site. The bomb's been put down from Process. Another big play from that man, and Thompson's going to clean up the rest. Skulls will be the last man standing in the smoke, hoping and praying that this flank from Crimbo isn't successful, and Crimbo guesses right as well. He knows it's Palace. He is there, ready, willing, and able to take the head of Skulls. One of the really cool things that I experienced, and you were there as well, obviously we casted together at Antwerp last year, is seeing like fathers and mothers with their sons go to the major. And you almost saw this like passing of the torch of the last generation of players. And
it might have to give up at this point. Anyway, paiN haven't given up yet, though. But it is looking rough here. Keto on Big Azera. Not exactly a duel you usually win out with the Tech 9. As Big, this unstoppable march, World International Gaming, it continues, and they can do no wrong. They can do no wrong whatsoever. paiN are just getting bullied here. And we go back to the previous game they had, right? Where it was like, who did they lose to? My brain. They lost Into the Breach, and we said like, oh wow, like some of the plays they had. I think I'm just gonna open up the map there. Yeah, it was on Anubis. It was so shocking the fashion in which they lost Anubis and Mirage as well, losing out. And we were saying like this is such an off,
like battered in terms of opening kills. I'm looking at the stats here. It's fairly even. Like Big are ahead in opening kills, but the amount of times they've came back from a 1 or 2 player deficit has been massive. They may have to do it again here though, as paiN is starting to spill out onto the site. 18 seconds to play with. Crimbo sandwich. Keto also on the ramp. That's a labored spray that's going to cost him his life, plus the life of Hardjao. And although the bomb plant does come in, Zevi flashed and has no chance to relocate after the bomb.
Sure, you had moments where Crimbo just runs on out and gets a 2k or 3k, or even Keto for that matter, but it's also like, that's a 1v3. Bomb's getting planted. Here's a flash. 3 kill for you, Crimbo. Sorry, for you, Keto. It just, they're getting outplayed.
Dart through underpass instead, because they do have the linchpin of Skulls, who is positioned in Palace. So if he can have some impact here, there is still a way forward for the Brazilians to make a go of this and make it a little bit more of a respectable scoreline. But Keto's not interested. Instantly peeks in for Connector. Oh, it's 2 headshots, and he does loads of damage to Zevi as well. So at 15 seconds, this is looking like the final curtain is coming down, and it does. It sweeps in and big take it.
A lot of damage being done, and tabseN will finish off Big Azera. Meantime, Zevi down to 1 HP as well. The flashes will come on in, but yeah, it's an absolute shutdown here. Hardjao, he's been spotted as well. Bomb dropped on the bomb site.
Wiggle their way out somehow onto the bomb. They're likely to get splattered by 3 players that are all pincered in, with their eyes trained on the prize of those Brazilians, and it will be a clean sweep round. Oof, paiN so easy. There's only been 1 kill posted up from paiN in that time.
tabseN, I thought Nate would do the job for him, and then just tapping away. Get the ace, tabseN, come on. Oh, Prosus.
Right, drop him, boys.
He's out of the team.
Drop him.
3 rounds. And an average of about, I guess, like 5.5 or 6k, and every one of the members, they're feeling super comfortable right now. And why not? And it's also like, you go back to the second round against a Forspire, right? The fact that Hype
flashes into a push as Keto, if he goes unchecked, he is going to get a barrage of bullets finding its way onto those T's. And just with the MP9, a bonus, yielding the kill, and 25 seconds, multiple angles for the CT to try and hold this one. tabseN tapping his way into 2 kills. No one checks Crimbo, whiffs the first spray, but does capitalize with the second. And Hyped has the player advantage, but the bomb is down. Hype doesn't want to give his position away. 50 HP left. He's really trying to bide his time here. He knows he has to stick onto the bomb. USP, but whips 2 HP for Big Azera. How does he survive?
Heard the player drop on down. He just might take the shot with the AWP. And if he had any other pistol, he wins the round. But the USP, unfortunately, not quite able to land the headshots. 2 HP. Crucial round going the way of paiN. I feel like if Crimbo actually... He's got backup. Crimbo's right there. It's tabseN, who's currently 9-1. Going to be duking it out outside with Big Azera. He will fall. And even though there's a missed shot coming in from Hyped, Crimbo is good to find one. Double flashes come out. Oh, Hyped, he's in a rough spot here. And somehow he stays alive. How's he still alive? And Zevi, he gets nothing done with the AWP.
Money starting to accrue nicely on the CT side. Keto looking for the up and over flash. Prosus lines them up, sprays them through the smoke the first, and the second just walks into his crosshair. And paiN, please call a timeout or something, boys. This is not working right now.
They just did. They just did a couple of rounds ago. So clearly, there are multiple things going wrong here, but at least it's evident. You can see what the problems are. You can see like the individuals aren't really working out here. So hopefully they just approach it with a positive mindset and to fix it. Because this is looking grim. Neck is at least able to sneak on in, but tabseN's there as a contingency. As Hardjao at least able to crack open. Not really crack open the bomb side, at least getting 1 kill and it's down to 30 HP, and we are...
Normally looking at Zevi and Skulls to have a lot of impact. The 2 of them have 2 kills. And collectively, what, like 60, 65 ADR, and that's going to probably change after this round to more like 60. No bomb plants. You're absolutely spot on. Their CT side is very, very strong. They can get 4 or 5 rounds. This is still doable. Skulls hiding, anticipating the smoke to clear. And this is much better as Hardjao makes Crimbo catapult into his collapse. And now only Hyped and tabseN remain. They're looking to try and whittle down some of this economy. Give tabseN his second death of the map. Hyped getting aggressive. Wants to fight fire with fire. But if he overextends, there is a player towards Squeaky that's going to have him dead to rights. That's Skuld. tabseN at the back of the site. He's been sawn point with his aim. So yes, the second you see him, get the hell out of there. Do not try and fight him. tabseN, I think, is going to get caught here by bigazera, and he is a dead man. So paiN
is going to go for the utility to try and prevent the rotation from taking place, but tabseN still finding Zevi, still maintaining the player advantage, and now they're going to come charging in. Now the rotation comes in as well as k1to will be caught by bigazera. It's Hype's turn to make something happen here.
Oh, he had the right idea. That flash isn't going to affect him. That's the bomb down. And 2 kills for Height. Molly to the back of the site as well is going to make Nekkes very uncomfortable on 15 HP. It is too hot to handle as he charges back into the vents, but there is a player there waiting for him in the form of Crimbo.
You have Ram. They were starting to get paranoid with where the hit's going to be coming in, but it just kind of held on to the default plays. I think it would have still been a very hard round for paiN. This is much better though. Nekkes charging on out. The upper bomb side has been snatched away from Big, and Crimbo with the op
is a bit more regimented. Those kind of audacious plays we saw from k1to and Crimbo in particular going to be much harder to come by.
tabseN, doesn't matter what weapons he's wielding right now, he's just hitting everything. MP9 up close, love that from Process, gets a second kill as well. That is huge. And tabseN peppering away through the smokes, and that's a cheeky boost, but Hypes reads it. Gets the kill on the Scald, and tabseN to finish it off. What a half from Big. So this is still very much within the realms of possibility here for paiN. 3 players going to be coming on up from above. Nekkes with the nade. Hyped, waiting. Oh, the Molotov, the timing on that is brutal.
Certainly is. That bomb is still ticking away as well. Here comes Hyped, Crimbo. The time is so low. They have no kit. They need to pick it up. They have just done now, but I'm not sure there's enough time for this one. They have to stick on there, and here comes k1to. Switches to the knife and backstabs, but paiN got the defuse. What the hell?
One more bullet. He needed one more bullet, Vince. Oh, that's heartbreaking. That came down to the wire. That came down to the milliseconds there. Oh boy. I think k1to did everything. Just look at the defuse timer. Just look at this. Jesus, there was barely any time remaining. They've gotten so much real estate here very early in the round.
Oh, Zevi. So quick on the trigger. And again. Bypassing this force by expertly. Exquisite aim. Now tabseN has to just hide outside of the main and hope for the best. I don't think Zevi's going to expect another player here. So k1to dispatches of him. Player behind the vents has been spotted. k1to gets him as well. You can see the observer didn't believe in his ability to get that frag. Was already switching across, understandably so, but now k1to is left stranded. tabseN dies alongside him, and paiN, they're on the comeback trail.
And suddenly 11-9, it's so much more closer, and you're starting to feel confident as well. Flashbang comes out, there's a team flash there. Nekkes, he needs to find a multi-kill. Is good for just the one, though. Zevi's there waiting inside of the vents. Timing is everything. He's made footsteps. But it's all a bait. bigazera finds k1to. Zevi with a second kill for his team as tabseN will reply back. Is left alone in a 1 versus 2, and he makes it into a 1v1. 19 seconds on the clock. All picked up as well.
Love it. He knows he has no room for error, so he's going to take that AWP and try and put it down range. Used to AWP in the past. We know he can use it. Hard shot around the corner, though. Gets the timing. Gets the peak angle. From what was an incredibly one-sided map, is now well and truly up for grabs. bigazera will claim the second frag of the round, and with 20 seconds to play with and all 3 of Big clumped together in Squeaky, it does not bode well for any success here on the German side. Will they try a vent dive? They will indeed, and all 3 of them successfully get down there, but that's only half the problem, because Zevi and Nekkes are both waiting. Nekkes, he's had a rough game, and it continues that way. Hype does get a pick, but it's a 1v3. Draws out the play, there's no time. He can't do anything anyway, and he dies after time. Oh, he's only got $100 left. That is... Well, Hyped is doing solid processes as well, but on this T side, this is where you need that free-flowing Counter-Strike like we saw in Mirage to have impact. tabseN punishing bigazera, but Zevi make sure that at least they keep themselves in the lead, and this is going to fall down heavily in favor of Zevi. He had such a slow start, but now he's up to 18 kills with that 4K. Rounds in a row.
I think it was 1 and 9 at one point initially, right? There were 3 players on 1 kill apiece, or 1 and 8 or 1 and 9. But yeah, that feels like a long time ago here.
But it hasn't really yielded that many results, and bigazera is there laid in wait, but does get neutralized. So that's a nice pick to start things off, but he runs straight into Nekis.
3 players now towards lower bomb side. Rotation has come in. Say that Hard's out, still going to be holding towards ramp. But yeah, as long as Nekis and NaVi, they have this crossfire setup, this is brutal. But hyped, ready. And now it's down to Nekis to make something happen. It's not landing anything. All he can do right now is try to stay alive while he waits for backup to arrive. Timing. Oh, almost gets a kill on the player there. As tabseN spraying blindly through the smoke, he's going to find Hards out. And all of a sudden, everything... bigazera still holding towards outside. Smoke wall there. Maybe tabseN in process. The timing on that is brutal. tabseN finds Hards out. bigazera still alive. And now he won't be expecting this. The barrel's been seen as well in process. He's going for the long con. He's playing the long game here. This is so smart from him. Finally, he will strike. And now Skulls. Oh, he is in such an uncomfortable spot here.
Oh, what a frag from Protoss that is. And he is going to get pushed from heaven. And that push could yield so much for Nekis. He gets 2. Oh, he knew he had to make a play. If he gets...
paiN not seeing anything, not having any information. bigazera going for a play and he gets punished. And this could be a 2k here. This could be huge for Zevi. Finds 1. But doesn't push far enough, so Crimbo won't be able to trade. But still a 4v4. And now 17 seconds. They need to go for a play here.
That's a very important kill. 10 seconds left. If that went the other way, that would have had decon control available for paiN, and it could have denied the bomb plant. As it stands, Zevi comes downstairs. It's a very scrappy fight, but one that he comes out the better of. Flashbang. Did he flash himself? I think he pushed a bit too early. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure Hyped would have been dead. He gets it on the second time of asking anyway. There is a rotational play from Crimbo who wants to get down on the vents, but he's going to have to pick up the pace because it's all on tabseN and he's on 10 HP. So he's playing this very, very passively. Now the defuse comes in. Bomb not planted for Crimbo, and Zevi's watching, and Zevi is there for an ace. Another ace picked up. 26 kills to his name.
It's going to keep them at bay for a few more seconds, but they have kits, Vince.
They do. They also have an incendiary and a smoke and a couple of flashes. Here they come. Oh, the spray from Crimbo is so good. And tabseN peeks open the door. Here's tabseN with the kill. And it shuts them down, and Zevi has to save. That's going to be too much points for Big. paiN on the brink of elimination.
Someone please screen grab that from Crimbo's POV, because you can see tabseN, his face through the hole in the door. And someone just Photoshop it and just, like, you know, do the shining thing with Jack Nicholson and just tweet it at me. I just need it for my memes folder.
I need it. Especially as tabseN so...
Still, Zevi is alive on 36 HP, but very much alive and kicking. And Nekis, it tucks. Oh, he tucks in, but Crimbo immediately dispatches with him. bigazera is going to go big. 3 kills for him. Hype will reply, but it's a 3v2 here, favoring paiN.
Sick play with the FAMAS. I believe that was from bigazera. Keto now, though, may get the drop. He's not going to check his angles. Zevi's not going to miss that no-scope. And now it's down to the other AWPer. 20 seconds to have his say. You wouldn't knock him if he decided to save this AWP, to be honest. But he's going to go in for it. 10 seconds now. And he's a goner. Skulls was sat at the top of the huts. And the reason why I was saying you wouldn't... And this is a scary, dangerous position that Skulls has picked up for himself. And now he's pushing around the back, though. He may assume this is a ramp hit. He could overthink this, overanalyze it. Did he get spotted by Crimbo? I think he did. Crimbo was looking there. Yeah, he definitely saw him.
This is brutal.
They have no idea. Crimbo's just snuck his way out all the way onto the site. One player heaven, one on the boxes, who's now been fragged in the form of tabseN. Now Nekis is going to be able to show his hand. The bomb's going to get planted down. Nekis goes in for another one. On 9 HP, he survives, but not for much longer. And now, fittingly, it's going to be tabseN for the 4K, for the 1v2 clutch. And he's not able to put it into play. Skulls takes us to OT. I don't think it will, because Bigger just darting downstairs ever so quickly. And he does catch tabseN. 34 kills and done for now. Zevi is spoilt for choice, takes his kill, stays in position. 25 seconds. Crimbo moving in, using that smoke as a bit of cover. Flashes in, and be planting in amongst the smoke as well. And Hyped goes in, takes down Nekis in the process. There is an AWP in the grass, and it's in the hands of Zevi, who gets spotted. And Hyped is like, nope. And he's going to try his best to clutch this 1-on-3. Flash to Decon, and that's Biggest Error on
the edge of the door, though, and he will be taken down, and that's a danger man. And here comes Big charging out. They know there's a player there in the smoke, but Big Zera from above will finally fall. 2 CT staring down towards Keto as the 2 Ts are gonna drop down. And okay, tabseN, the patience on him to be on the ladder. And now the 3v2.
Nekis is moving in. It was a weakened Hype that's now been found out from Nekis. Keeps himself alive in the windows. A weakened Hardjao. The culling of the Meek coming into play, and Nekis walks into tabseN, who will not miss. It's B. He can even come up from behind and try and neutralize Nekis from the back. Let's see what they go for. So there it is. He hears information. Puts the incendiary down. He gets 2 kills. They just run out against him. That's the bomb down as well, and Crimbo's been found by Zevi. This round has come apart at the seams. Smoked out as well, and now Skulls around the back. He may not get all the kills, but he's put Keto onto 3 HP. And that will be paiN taking the lead going into the second half of OT. But playing a lot more passively and deeper on the sites. Now watching the cross. tabseN taps in. Doesn't yield any kills. He was getting those all day, every day earlier on, but it has allowed Keto to move in. And now it's his time to shine. Molotov'd off. The weakened Hardjao will not be peeking behind that. Skulls playing with his food, but actually devours Process. A kill probably the rookie should have been picking up. But Crimbo now is going to get aggressive. However, Skulls is already anticipating this, just watching the angle. And even though he's on low HP, probably gets this kill as well. Dinks him, finishes him off, and Hyped also goes the same way. We're headed to OT2, barring a Keto miracle, and that's not going to happen. So we go again. There is still flashes. There is still an incendiary now being tossed into Hut. They seem to have a good read of the situation here, especially as the bomb is in the hands of Hardjao. Now Keto needs to get some kills from this position. Anticipating the flashes, and he comes out second best, and that's going to be free reign to run down on the vents, and Biggest Error is there to cut off the rotation and the reinforcements. Process now darting back down on the ramp side, but the bomb is being planted in. All right, Hype looks, waits, anticipates. Hardjao has the flash, waiting for his teammates to come in. Hype just mistimes it. Process moving in, loses his life to Zevi, and now it all stacks on Hype's shoulders. He switched across to the M4 to have that mobility in his favor, but he has no idea where these 3 Ts are, and Zevi's gonna have him all day, every day. Moves to 38 frags. I think tabseN's waiting for that pop flash from one of his teammates that's on credit card right now on the blue box. Once that flash detonates, he's going to go for that peek potentially. There it is. They line up. He gets a headshot behind the first frag, but Hyped can't make the most of it. A low Nekis now has the AWP under his control. 3-on-3 with 45 seconds. Skulls is watching for a potential push into lobby. And Crimbo backs away, and they do indeed fall back. It's not that much time, though. They have to make a decision here, Blair. They have to push forward and stand with it. Process downstairs, probably not going to see action anytime soon.
Rotation is close by, then Crimbo. This Molotov could be it. 23 seconds. Sees them coming in. He has to stick around and fight. He hears them coming from the left-hand side. He's going to find one. The delay, is it good enough? Yes, it is. Bombs dropped. Up out in the hands of Nekis, but Process charges in, and Big.
The Brazy party tournament. Or it could be the beginning of a potential dart across the vertigo. Only time will tell. Hyped has missed his shot, and Skulls gets 2 from the Hut, and still about half of his HP remaining. Oh, this start is brutal for Big. Phenomenal if you're paiN. Skulls will not find a third. Crimbo tries as he may to spin around and pivot in for 2, cannot get it done, and now tabseN needs to pick up where he left off in that first half. It's been a while, but Nekis drops to his death. tabseN pivots in, but paiN now have their map point. It's the first they've had. So on the off angle towards CT spawn, which tabseN has no idea about just yet. k1to snuck his way downstairs, may get the drop. Nekis should be a dead man, and is. Just for a second there, I thought k1to had missed his chance. But tabseN, just a little bit delayed on the peak, will not spot Xevi hop back into hell. 35 seconds right now. Xevi shows himself, takes damage, but spots information. He sees two players outside, and it stands to reason this is going to be an A hit now. So hard shower is coming back up again. Skulls has had so much impact from these positions. In comes tabseN, but bigazera is good enough to thwart his push, and now Skulls from above is going to strike. This should be it. paiN should be taking us to a third map, unless Crimbo can clutch, which he can't. paiN win, and we're headed to Vertigo.
Morale heading into the major, but they brought it back, and here we are on Vertigo. A fast B play coming in from paiN.
It's rapid and it's relentless. The process, and k1to looking to try and quell this push, and it's been successful. Nekis hiding in the smoke has got one, but is that going to be able to turn this around on its head? All of his teammates have fallen around him. This Glock needs to go to town. 50 HP remaining. k1to very low behind the pillar, but he is safeguarding the bomb. They don't want to give Nekis two separate 1v1s because he can absolutely capitalize on that, especially if the first to fall is process. Meanwhile, though, because of how fast and rapid this round was, there's still way more than a minute left on the clock. And there is the next kill. He knows what process is, goes for the peek, goes for the swing, and will get the success.
It is going to be the B play. Will they arrive in time? The smokes will bloom, however, as k1to will make contact right before the smoke plumes, and he's going to find two, and this was looking very unlikely, but a couple of tags, and all of a sudden, this is doable, but never mind. Captain Dependable has arrived, tabseN to pick up two. They're going to come creeping on up, but not pushing ahead of the smoke. Process. Oh, now he's got to go for the play here, and he's going to find one, but good trades as Hype trying his best to ameliorate the damage, but he will fall. And k1to, he was down on 14 HP at the beginning of the round, and unfortunately for him, I don't really fancy his chances here. 1v3, Deagle out.
Already 6 kills to his name. Comes into this map on fire. A flashbang. Nah. The second that...
Dangerous game to play for k1to. He's going to be flash out of position, but Crimbo, his time to shine, gets the kill. 19 seconds, need to go for the play here, and a missed shot, and Crimbo, he's going to strike, and he's going to shut it down. A solid hold from Big.
Misses his chance. k1to survives and full HP.
There's been a few weird moments here from the individuals of paiN on this map, like players you expect, like Skulls, like Xevi, to really pop off, as k1to should be hunted down, but he finds both, and the third as well. Okay, k1to's back, Vince. 12-2.
He might have been a bit absent on Nuke, but he is making a statement now. 13, he's on a 4K, he's on for the ace. If hardshao tries to push in, it won't be the ace, but tabseN makes sure his life is avenged.
tabseN, you don't have to drop like 35 kills in regulation anymore. What a hold. This is after losing Crimbo early on, right? He basically had to do everything by his lonesome. Had to take the deals, and I thought after he gets the first kill, he should be traded here immediately by bigazera, but good transfer. And a third kill as well on the Xevi, where they both got blinded by the flash from the teammate, but take Hype down to 50 HP, but still, they're going to stick around. Xevi, can he find his pick?
Nope. Did try his best, but losing the initial charge really took the steam out of that push. 10 kills for process now. k1to 13, 8 for tabseN. You haven't really seen Hype have that much impact so far with the AWP, so he's also on the table if they need him. hardshao, though, does clear out middle, but he is all alone. 4 players to find and kill. It's a rough spray. Ooh. And k1to punished.
Pistol, bit of pistol this time. They're like, all right, you know what? Screw it. Go faster. Go fast. Go furious. tabseN will fall. Unfortunately for paiN, they won't be able to retrieve the rifle, but still, very early kill. Still a minute and 30 seconds remaining on the clock, and look at the regression coming up from Crimbo. He's feeling it. He's really feeling it. And the smoke's actually going to help him out a bit, but through the smoke, they will get the frags and the third as well, and process has a lot of work to do now.
Oh no. I think he's hearing all the T's run back down ramp, though. There's one. He's low HP, 38, 3 to his name. Double spray is good, but it doesn't leave Hype with too many options now with his AWP. but I'm not sure he's going to check to his left-hand side. Now, that plant should give him an idea as to what's going on, but biggest error shuts him down and trades up to the AWP. Decent damage onto Hyped. Flashes also allow some side control, and Hard Zhao is going to go straight for the plant. Nothing there to stop him. A HE does connect, and it is true, but not enough to deal the fatal damage, and now all the CTs come crumbling down, and paiN regain their winning ways.
He does like taking a lot of these aggro duels we've seen. We've seen this across all the maps as well. Oh, what a flash. What a flash. Spacing on his 2 flashes, but Crimbo doesn't care. He doesn't need eyes.
No, certainly not. The only thing that's working in their favor is the time, but they've just lost Nekis, and with his life, the bomb also falls. And Zevi trying to spin around and watch all the angles at once. Unfortunately, doesn't have eyes in the back of his head. Constantly picked off, whether it be through Zevi or Big Azera or one of the entry fraggers. Tabs are now forced out of position on side, and he's walking through the fire and flames, nearly lined up for a double. Skulls down to 10, that's the bomb. But it's still 40 seconds. There's still a chance back in here for paiN, who've been so solid for Big. Keto in particular, with 16 kills, still stand tall, looking to deliver. Up from Zevi, though, is true. His aim on point for 2 more kills.
MP9 for Crimbo. M4 and Keto, though. And Crimbo, I think he's been seen. Yep, he's been seen. Great flashbang. But Keto, he's done this in the past, but this time around, it's only good for 1.
Running back onto the site with FAMAS and MP9's far from ideal, so they will trade up to 1 M4 at least. Molly is good onto the gens. They pre-fire the spot, but Hyped with his FAMAS puts it to use, and there's a spray. Bomb's gone down, and a double kill for Process. Still a minute left, though, for Nekis. They've had a slow start on Nuke, but that's not been the case here on Vertigo, at least. They replenish the smoke to the backside of the site. Just under the window, Process. If he peeks round here, he may find himself on the receiving end of the AK-47. Hyped, still using that smoke as cover, as a shield, as his screen. But Nekis out, 2 HP to his name, needs a fast headshot. Nothing else will do, and Process ensures that Big will have a decent lead.
String, but get a couple of sporadic rounds in between. For paiN, though, decent resurgence, and now the CT side, Zevi's gonna start things off. Look at the dualies lying in wait as well. Zevi will be plucked. Zera, he's lying in wait. Coil gets 3 kills. How does he get 3 kills? Someone tell me.
And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, while that smoke is on the sandbags, he is safe, and he knows that. No more mollies. Oh, but he's lost his partner. He's lost his safety net on the side of Zevi. And Keto will exploit that, expunges him, annuls that partnership, and in doing so, the site may fall under the wrong hands as far as paiN are concerned. The MP9 sprays on point from both Skulls and Hard Zhao simultaneously, one of which was through smoke in the head. And that's absent. Has to play the angle. The bomb is planted for him, but he has no utility here. Neither do the CTs. So down to aim, and Skulls prevails. They snatch the...
Surely it has to be a mistake, right? Surely that's a miss molly.
Yeah, maybe he thought he had a flash out. That's sometimes a pop flash players use. It's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, because Zevi was trying to take the shot and he was burning alive in his teammates' Molotov. And here's the thing with like tier 1 Counter-Strike. Sometimes there's so many layers of utility that even when you see a shit nade, you're like, oh, it's probably like a 500 IQ nade. Yeah. But this time, I think it genuinely was a failed incendiary. But make their way back in. Spain looking to be aggressive, and Hyped caught napping. What a shot from Nekis as well. The smoke now will be deployed. 50 seconds on the clock. Unfortunately for the CT, for the T's, they have no control towards B. Bombs being spilled towards short, and this is looking rough for Big.
Crimbo last alive. They know where he is on the ramp. There's 4 players left. The bomb is to his left-hand side, and Zevi. So it's still looking like it's a very likely round for paiN, but maybe they can force a plant before they go down. Or not.
Had to say it. Hype, though. Sees one. Expects a second. Flashbang will be avoided, but they do get the bomb down. Like I said, as Crimbo. Okay, they're pushing in. They're pushing in. The flash is good. That's a team flash, and they're just falling apart. It's all down out of Zevi in a 1v3, Vince, and he's not gonna pull it off. Unfortunate.
And now wants to go for that wide swing. The Molotov is going to deny him, though. They hear the tagging of the fire and flames to his kneecaps. Nekis tries a speculative effort, but Zevi, as ever, on point. Delivers death and mayhem before he falls back on 3 HP. A stray bullet or shrapnel may finish him off, so he decides to dart back just in the nick of time. And now Nekis is spraying through the smoke, doing more damage. Big looked like they were about to enthrall and just swarm over the site. But instead, it's paiN that are holding on through the smoke and giving as good as they get and then some. The bomb is still spilled out in the open. Nekis with a wide swing and a flashbang. And Process, he wants to flirt with the idea of clutching with 13 seconds. But I think he's going to get shut down in the back, right? Is that biggest error? It's hard show, actually. Good night. You're out of here.
Oh, he's been seen.
Oh, what? Tabs? Okay, Tabson. All right, then. He's not done just yet. They're still fighting the old dog yet.
Excuse me?
That was outrageous. He got the second kill.
I just looked away for a second. I didn't see the kills. I just saw look at the kill feed and just... What?
Yeah, White swung the scaffolding and just absolutely obliterated 2 players, but Zevi is still alive at the back. Oh, the spray. Oh, the shutdown. This is a kill zone. A beast setup paiN have. Zevi's had so much impact, man. He might not be top fragging, but it feels like every time his AWP connects, it's a really important kill.
Crimbo, this is not impossible. Taps it. Oh, no one swing. They're on FaZe, but he finds one. 18 seconds now. Now he's going to stick it. There is a chance, Vince.
Hold up. Hold up. There's a very good chance. There's a great chance for a Crimbo, and impossible is nothing for this man. What a clutch at such an important moment.
Giving so much respect to the star there. I thought the moment he got the kill in Zevi did swing. Where's the swing coming in from paiN? So much respect being given, and this is just... Oh, that's messy. I mean, taking nothing away from Crimbo, this should have been impossible.
Got to get it done clean. Mollies and smokes now being exchanged between the 2 teams. Flash is good, but Process can't follow up the damage with kills. There's one looking to wide swing. Biggest error falls back onto headshot. And they've conceded the bomb plant, but so many times paiN have allowed this to happen, and then they have such good retake protocols. They still have an incendiary on 2 players and a smoke, one of which has been tossed to the backside. It forces Hyped out of position, clumps them up 2 players strong on side. It doesn't fully extend to the player to Hyped's right, which is Crimbo behind the boxes. Another volley's been tossed in. There's not time. There's no time left. Big have picked it up. There's no way that the CTs can get on this. With 2 players there, Tabson puts the bullet through the smoke, and that's it. It should be a done deal. They're going to go and try for the shank. For the shank, but he does get the kill. Oh. That was so much closer than it needed to be. But 30 seconds now. Big have 4 players left. You have 3 rifles. That will remain the case, even though Nekis has picked up 1. On Taquito. That was their Tech 9 wielder. Hype spins around, but they haven't checked side. They haven't checked biggest error, and that will be to their detriment alongside Zevi. Yeah, both have dug in when it looked like the situation was too far gone. Nekis with the boost. And that could be the play that secures this round, because it puts them at such a rough position, Big. They are desperate for more utility on top of that. Just 2 smokes, a molly and a flash to try and catapult their way onto either of these sites, and Hudge out in middle. May see Crimbo. The trajectory of this grenade is going to give him a little bit of information. Smoke down, preemptively expecting a rush. And a nade behind it. Skulls in on Keto. It's going to be pushed again from Tabson. But Hajao cleaning it up, and paiN will live to fight another day. Big are eliminated.
Oh, that was a game. That was a game of Counter-Strike. And listen, credit to paiN.